Worthy ones, are toxic relationships keeping you from going after what you want? Let's just be real about this. Toxic relationships can be family members. Toxic relationships can be friends. Toxic relationships can be strangers. Those relationships are so toxic, they're so negative that when you get around them, you don't feel like you're capable. You don't feel like you can do something in life that's worthwhile. If that's you, today I want to talk to you about the psychology of toxic relationships. What's up, it's Gene, this word to be great. It's time to stop lying to yourself about some of the people in your life, and it's time to start putting distance between you and them, because if you don't, you're never ever going to meet the level of productivity you want in life. You're never going to get to that next level, and you're going to always feel like a loser. You're going to always feel like you're stuck in an unfulfilling path. But you have the power inside of you, and it all starts with you understanding the psychology of toxic relationships. So the first thing I want to talk to you about these relationships is the psychological impact. You know, when I was growing up in the hood, everybody around me mostly was very negative. A lot of people didn't see themselves as actually getting out the hood one day. So when you're in poverty and you have all these people with a poverty mindset, and you start talking about dreams, you start talking about goals, what you won't understand at the time is that the psychological impact they have on you when they're telling you you're never going to get out the hood, when they're telling you won't be successful. I remember when I was talking to one of my homeboys one day, and I used to dribble basketball everywhere I went because I believed that one day I could get out and maybe make it to the NBA, but if not, maybe I could just play college basketball. That would be good enough for me. And I was talking to one of my homeboys, Dre, and I say, man, listen, man, I can't wait to get out here. I'm going to go play college basketball. He said, bro, you tripping. First of all, you too small to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Playing basketball, you too short. Number two, ain't nobody out of here go to college. What you talking about? Ain't nobody coming to the hood to come get you. You tripping, man. You need to go get you some dope or some weed and start hustling, start making that money right now. And I remember when he said that, it got inside of my mind like, wow, this dude just straight up told me that I'm not going to make it out. But here was the thing. He never made it out. He was a lot older than me. He didn't have any dreams. The only thing he was doing was selling drugs. But at that time, the psychological impact that it had, it made me feel that I wasn't capable. I wasn't able to be successful. And a lot of y'all, you got that in your life right now. You got something you want to do, and somebody is so toxic. They don't want to believe in you because they don't believe in themselves. They tell you all the reasons you won't succeed. They tell you you're going to fail. And the psychological impact that it's having is you don't believe in yourself. You have low self-worth. You don't believe you have any value. You have so much doubt. You're not even trying because you don't believe that you're worthy. You don't believe you're good enough. So realize this, that toxic relationships are so detrimental to your confidence. They're so detrimental to your dream. You have to distance yourself from these toxic individuals. I don't care if it's family members. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care if it's strangers. You got to get away from these people. In order for you to break harmful patterns in your life, you have to break away from these negative, toxic people. I remember when I was working in the wellness industry and I was talking to this guy and he was like, hey man, I've been smoking 2 packs of cigarettes for the last 25 years and my doctor told me I need to stop. I say, cool. I say, do you really want to stop smoking? He said, yes. I said, do you want to stop smoking bad enough to get away from your friends that are smokers? He said, why would I have to do that? I said, think about it. What do you mostly do with them? He said, we smoke and we talk about sports. I say, you can go talk about sports with people that don't smoke. Why don't you do that? He said, well, man, most of my friends that I smoke with and talk about sports, they're the ones that I have the most fun with. I say, okay, would you be willing to sacrifice those relationships to stop smoking so you can start moving down a path of having a healthy life? He said, I don't know about that. So I put him over to our smoke cessation program, and I'm going to be real with y'all. That man never stopped smoking because he could not break away from those toxic relationships. It would have been impossible for him to stop smoking when he's hanging around smokers. And some of you are right now, you want to lose weight, you have goals of doing something, but you have these toxic relationships in your life, so therefore it makes it hard for you to break harmful patterns in your life. If you don't get away from these negative habits that are holding you back because you don't want to get away from negative people, you're never, ever, ever going to realize your dreams. You're not going to realize your goals. So if you want to break those harmful patterns in your life, you have to get rid of these toxic relationships. The last thing is, it's good for your mental well-being. You know, it's amazing to me that we talk about so many people on antidepressants. We talk about people who have a negative mindset. But here's the thing. If you look at the people around them, they most likely have a negative mindset as well. They most likely don't believe in themselves. They have negative habits that are dominating their mentality. You see, if you're an individual and you don't have a good mental well-being, ask yourself this question. What are the well-being of the people around me? Am I hanging around people that are so toxic that their toxicity is not only feeding the toxicity in their mind, but it's feeding the toxicity in my mind? You see, if you think that you're going to have a healthy mindset around toxic people, you are delusional. If you want to develop a mindset that's going to allow you to reach your full potential, to go after your dream, you have to get away from these toxic individuals because it is damaging your mental well-being. It is damaging your confidence. It is damaging your belief in yourself. And as long as you're around these people, you will never have a healthy mental well-being. So if you want to get to the point where you're living your dreams, you realize your goals, you're believing in yourself, that you're good enough, that you're worthy, you have to protect your mental well-being by getting away from toxic relationships. Because you are worthy to be great.